There's a road that bisects Lower Bucks County in Pennsylvania, like an artery. I don't even know what the name of this road is. We just call it Route 1. But it's not the Route 1 you imagine that goes from Florida to Maine, that goes through all these small towns. This is a super highway. 4 lanes of fast-moving traffic with a concrete divider in the middle. You would not cross this road because you'd be taking your life in your hands. And in the town of Langhorne, where I'm going to be talking about in a little bit, the only way you're going to cross it is by one of 2 bridges that go over the road. So you may be wondering, what the hell, Michael, are you doing at 30 Rock, at the top of 30 Rock, talking about a road? I'm not here to talk about a road. I'm here to talk about the importance of walking and the importance of walks in the life of John D. Rockefeller. I've heard it said about him, and I've read about him in Ron Chernow's book, Titan, about the importance of walking. You see, when Standard Oil was in Cleveland, Rockefeller and his top executives all lived on the same road. Now, these were very wealthy men that could have taken their carriages to work every day, but they didn't. They walked to work every day. They strategized. They formulated plans to grow Standard Oil and make it into the behemoth, the monopoly that it became. Those walks were the basis for building Standard Oil and building the modern company. They were the basis for building 30 Rock. And I love the importance of walks. Maybe one of my favorite examples is Steve Jobs. If you wanted to do business with Steve Jobs at Apple, you better be prepared to take long walks with him. Like when John Scully, the CEO of PepsiCo, took that walk and Jobs said to him, do you want to make sugar water for the rest of your life? Or do you want to change the world? Great walks are an important part of building the fabric of businesses. They get the mind free. And I want to talk about a friend of mine, Amy, who works right here in Manhattan. We went to Temple University together, where she was a rock star in the radio, television, and film department. This is back in 1982, and we've been dear friends ever since. She is a mentor to me in ways that are perhaps unexplainable. And one of the things, now that she's built a business in development, real estate development for nonprofits, she's known as the bond queen, but not in some pussy galore kind of way, but as in someone who can put and structure complex bond deals together, stuff I don't even begin to understand. And one of the things that Amy and I like to do is take these occasional walks. And these walks, they're long. We don't plan them that way. We're just talking about life and work and friends and our beloved Temple Owls, and the time melts away, and I find myself enhanced and enriched by the sharing of information. And so it was recently that we were taking one of these walks. And we decided that we're gonna end up at this place for brunch. And we're walking and talking and walking and talking, and a couple hours go by, and we're lost. We don't know where we are. She's lived there 20 years. I lived in the next town over for close to 20. We have no idea where we are. We ask somebody, how do we get to this restaurant? And they say, oh, it's easy. You just make a right at the corner, and you got to cross over Route 1. Cross over Route 1? That means that during this walk, where we were sharing information and brainstorming and talking about things, we crossed over a superhighway with cars going beneath us, 60 to 70 miles an hour in both directions, and we didn't even notice that we had crossed over the highway. And I think stuff like that is amazing. And I just want to encourage people out there. Grab a mentor, a mentee, a family member, a friend, a loved one. Walk with them, talk with them. Make this a habit. See what percolates. Because if you're going to talk the talk, do it while walking the walk.